previous videos did in Workhorse and Hyliion and Ride back in the days. Those were some of my most hated videos. That's okay. I got good news for you. It ain't all bad. Look, I've been there. I know it's a rough time. Andy's in the house. Good morning, brother. Yes, good morning. How you doing, Andy? Are you here? I don't know that I've seen you before in the chat. Are you new or have you been around before? Are you here for the Workhorse title? I felt kind of bad putting that up because it was one of those, Workhorse and Ride is one of those ones I used to kind of, wait. I started this video off wrong. Let's talk about Workhorse, baby. How you doing, Jack? Anyway, yeah, Workhorse. We're just going to talk about Workhorse and Ride a little bit. The stock market is going to open in 4 minutes. Let's hop on over to the desktop, take a look at Tastyworks. We're going to talk about crypto today. Of course, we're going to talk about crypto because that's where most of my money's at. That's where most of the opportunity's at. But let's take a look at what's going on in the stock market. You know, I used to wake up in the middle of the night, go to the restroom like 5-6 times. I'm getting old, guys. First thing I did, grab my phone, check the stock market. Man, I barely even check the stock market anymore. I'm sure it'll come back around, but I'll tell you what, it's another rough day in the stock market. SGG in the house. Good morning. How you doing? Nostradamus gonna heal your hypothalamus. KuCoin. Oh yeah. KuCoin. Man, I took another look at KuCoin. Man, it's kind of confusing. You were the one that just got started in KuCoin. That's right. How's that going for you? KuCoin I like because you can buy Polkadot in, I think, yeah, you can buy Polkadot and Cardano, but the interface is kind of confusing. Maybe I'll take another look at it today. I was also looking at Voyager. I like Voyager a lot. I might buy some Voyager coin. I might try a challenge on the Voyager app. Oh, I got to see if I got approved yet. But a Voyager looks interesting too because it's another good way. They have Cardano. They have Cardano. They have Polkadot. That's all really good. I don't know if they have staking yet, but I was going to check that out. See, I'm still on the wait list. Come on, Voyager, get your S together. Voyager might be a big up and comer, you know, kind of like a Robinhood type. I mean, there's a lot of these coming out. KuCoin, Voyager, obviously your Binances, your Krakens, your Coinbases. Coinbase and Binance are going to be your heavyweights. But there could be some up-and-comers, some good value with like your Voyagers and KuCoin. So they're definitely on the radar. Anyway, yeah, so Workhorse and Ride. Let's take a quick look. The market's going to open in 2 minutes. I was looking back at my videos, and the news kind of slipped by me, and I saw that they didn't get the USPS contract and they're a little salty. So I expected the price to be, well, I'm big in my, you, me, and Saint Gang Gang, all of us. Saint Gang Gang put the miners on my board and we definitely went heavy in the miners. But the Workhorse, guys, I made the title Workhorse. I got to talk about Workhorse for, give me like 5 minutes and we're gonna go crazy on some cryptos in the stock market. But I don't want it to be clickbait. All right, so yeah, Workhorse didn't get the USPS contract, and I was just kind of looking back. We'll make this fast. All I'm trying to do is bring on some new people that have had a rough time. Maybe they listen to the Jack Spencers. Maybe they listen to their Stockmo. How's Stockmo doing? I actually like I like Jack Spencer too. I just feel like, you know, why would Jack Spencer listen to me? I wanted to tell Jack, man, stop going so heavy on Workhorse. That's not going to work out well for you. But I mean, that guy's, he's a big time YouTuber. Why would he listen to me? Who cares that I've been doing this for decades? Anyway, so yeah, man, these were some of my most hated videos. I was going back. I was saying sell Workhorse. You know what we were doing over here? We were buying, so Workhorse, what is this, 66% likes. There's some that are worse. Same with Ride. Ride was look, everyone, if you're new to the channel, I've pivoted recently, and my goal for the channel is not to make YouTube my income source. It's just a hobby, and I want to keep it real like that. I actually want to help people. I want to make my money in the markets. YouTube's always going to be a hobby. You're always going to get the real deal Holyfield over here. I'm not going to pump stuff up for viewer count. I had to take a shower every time I'd make one of these titles and videos. I hated myself for being falling into that trap of being an algorithm bitch. I'm not going to be an algorithm bitch. I don't care, YouTube. All right. In fact, I don't want to be famous. I have panic attacks all the time. Some people say I'm small. They say, oh, this idiot only has 600 subscribers. Right? To me, that's like, what the hell? I have 600. That's too many. I'm deleting my account. Anyway, so instead of, like I said, get out of Workhorse a long time ago, too big a gamble. Ride, I talk about all the time how I bet on the person. I bet on Elon, right? I bet on Jack Dorsey. I love Square. I bet on, let's get to crypto. I bet on Vitalik, Ethereum. I bet on Charles, Cardano. I bet on Gavin, Polkadot. We got to take a look at the spreadsheet and we're going to see how that worked out. But back then, instead of being so that's all I'm saying. And look, guys, I've been there. I've gotten my face melt, and it's good news. Like, I expected the stock to be under $10. So this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. But if you got caught long over there, the price isn't that bad if you're looking to bail. Hopefully you didn't go all in at $30. I don't even know what Ride's at right now, but there is plenty of opportunity. Back then, I was promoting your Neos. Back in, even before October, that worked out really well. I was promoting the hell out of Tesla. You know, look, 8 views, Tesla, man. Well, I did have to set that to private for certain reasons, but I was still pumping your Teslas long before the stock split. 18 views. Man, if anyone followed me along in that, well, we know how that worked out in your Neos, man. Big into Neo early. Xpong, SBE, we made a lot of money off that stuff. And then somewhere around here, I forget where it was. I think it was after October. Maybe. Bitcoin. I started like going heavy into Bitcoin. I wasn't really making a lot of, but yeah, so the secret Bitcoin, that was in December. I'm pretty sure I started talking about Bitcoin long before December though. Anyway, I started going heavy into Bitcoin myself last August, and I started learning about it. Right? Yeah, I mean, I don't know that I started making videos or talking about it, but even in December, oh, this is November 1st. November 1st, Bitcoin is going to explode. I don't even want to go back to see how cheap Bitcoin was in November. I bet it was under 15,000. So let's look at the spreadsheet real quick and just take a quick look. I'm going to stop kind of showing this tab, as you know, I might show it every now and then, and we're probably just going to do this tab instead to show my percentages, because I'm not trying to flex. But this time last year, I had $30,000 in my stock account. And this is what we've been able to propel it to just in crypto and some other things. We've done it in the IRA. And we've done this by going long, solid plays like Tesla, right? Neo. Actually, I'm looking at, we got a problem with Neo. I might have to get rid of that in the IRA and move on to bigger and better pastures. Problem is I'm trying to keep my IRA. I'm trying to keep myself on somewhat of a diversity, you know, trying to keep it, because I'm wanting to go over there and just put it more into crypto. And now, like, if my IRA is all crypto, then everything I have is in crypto. And then if crypto S's the bed, I don't think it's going to happen, but it's possible. We could definitely have another huge crash and a big bear winter, and that's going to be for some tough times. And we're going to be back to that $30,000 number I was just talking about, right? I really don't want that. So I'm trying to keep a level head. As I mentioned, I believe yesterday, I have put a decent chunk of cash on the side, and that's going to be for real estate. I am looking at a house. I'm looking to add some diversity there. Problem is, I've already started putting some of that into crypto. I bought a little bit more ADA. I'm not doing any more, I swear, I promise, unless the crypto market crashes, and then I'll probably like go buy another Bitcoin or something. Say Bitcoin hits 26,000, I have no choice. 25, I'll have no choice but to buy 1 or 2 more Bitcoins, right? And then I'm all in. I'm either going to be homeless or I'm going to be life-changing wealth in the next couple of years. But yeah, so I did buy $5,000 in Ethereum last night, and that's going to be for an upcoming title. I can't stop buying Polkadot, right? I'm in love with Polkadot. As you can see, my biggest position is Cardano. We love some Cardano. We love some Charles Hoskinson. There's a lot of good things. I would not be surprised. I have over 100,000 Cardano, all being staked in my wallet, earning roughly 5%. You can see it's earning me really good passive income right now, right around $300 a month in passive income. My Bitcoin and Ethereum's earning me right around $550 a month in passive income. And my Polkadot, man, this is why I love Polkadot, 12% interest, man. You cannot beat that. Sometimes I sit there and think to myself, Tom, why don't you just go all in Polkadot? $330,000 in Polkadot. That would be what, 10, 30, like close to $40,000 a year in passive income. A little bit reckless though, right? But I mean, that's almost like what, one and a half minimum wage jobs just working for me. Can't hit that sell button on Tesla, even though we know we can triple it. And yeah, well, you might have a problem hitting that sell button. I hit that sell button on Monday in my big account. It was very painful to do so. And it's already cost me about $7,000 because my sell was at $653 on 100 shares. So yeah, maybe I should have waited. But again, as I've discussed in the channel, I think it's going to be a really rough year for stocks. I didn't really expect it to happen like right after my video. I think like the next day the NASDAQ was down 300. That caught me off guard. I thought we were going to at least make it through like this next stimulus check and then maybe into the summer, into the year, maybe. So this actually might be really, it might be, I have no idea, and no one out there has any idea what's going to happen. You're going to have 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other, saying this, saying that. There's probably a lot of stock market crash YouTube videos sitting up on your feeds right now. Those drive me insane. All potential how to deal with the stock market crash is the stock market. Yeah, man, it might be coming. So brace for impact on that. It might be coming. So this might be actually healthy that we're hitting it now. This might be a good like buy the dip opportunity. I mean, Kathy Woods, that's all. There's a lot of fees on that. Kathy Woods went ham buying a lot of Tesla, and that's why it's gotten the recent pump. I just don't know like what's going to happen. So the NASDAQ has actually made a huge comeback. It was down over -100. Now we're sitting at -25. Going to be a lot of two-sided action today, possibly. The big one we got to check. Get your hot ... Yeah, it's going, oh my goodness, don't get me FOMOing into more Polkadot. Like I've seriously considered. Problem is it's a tax event, right? But I've seriously considered liquidating a lot of Ethereum and buying a lot more Polkadot. I love them all. I love Ethereum, but I love ADA the most. I think Binance is the one that you really got to watch out for. And I love me some Polkadot. Polkadot's actually, excuse me, coffee burp. Polkadot's actually kind of lagging as of late. The market is, let's take a look. The market is rallying a bit. Bitcoin's over 51,000, looking pretty strong. There was a lot of Lark Davis posted on Twitter last night that like 2,000 Bitcoin moved into an exchange, which means another flush attempt might be coming. You got to be strong hands, diamond hands, boys and girls. Don't have stop losses in. Maybe don't leverage trade unless you really know what you're doing, and most of you don't. So probably don't leverage trade. I mean, I say it all the time. Don't go get loans on your crypto to buy more crypto, because that could lead to liquidations that you're not ready for. Going on margin in the stock market. Don't listen to your Meet Kevin's bragging about how he's always on margin. One of these days, Meet Kevin might get wrecked a lot harder than his ego can handle, especially if he keeps going heavy into margin. He's done some weird stuff over there, using Robinhood margin to buy a house, going like balls of steel, boys and girls. When the market was crashing, he went out and got like a loan to buy more stocks. Man, balls of steels on that one, I'll give you that. But you keep flying by the seat of your pants like that, and your 22 million stock portfolio you keep bragging about, it's going to take a 50% plus haircut. So watch it over there, Meet Kevin. Oh my goodness, Mara, go, 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 go. They receive, let's see what's happening to Mara, because we do have a situation, boys and girls. I'm looking at my Neo, and I'm like, man, so Neo's been good to me. Neo's been very good to me in the big account and in the IRA. We've made a lot of money on Neo. This is currently setting at about 2,000 profit and loss. But I've done a lot of I've had a lot more Neo over here. We've sold it, so that raises my cost basis. And we've sold a lot of covered calls, lowering our cost basis. So it's been very, very kind to us. I still, so my price target, my updated, I need to do a video. My Neo price target update. Stockmo, I love you. My Neo price target. You know, Jack and Stockmo, one of the things that, look, I like you guys, but penny stocks, man, you guys are over there listening to Jack Spencer and Stockmo on penny stocks. One of two things have happened to you. You've made money. You think you're king of the world, or you've lost a fortune. And if you're one of the ones that made a lot of money and think you're king of the world, you're going to end up losing a fortune if you keep trading penny stocks. Look, I've been there. I've done it. I've been in penny stocks, thought I was king of the world. Next thing you know, broke, busted and disgusted. So we try and keep it with real good opportunities like your Teslas, man. Your Teslas, down $11 today. This Tesla, it is going to take a lot. I don't see myself hitting the sell button on the Tesla in the IRA. I just don't. It's keeping me grounded. Tesla is going to be a multi-trillion-dollar company. I don't know what's going to happen in the stock market. Tesla and the stock market could get their ass handed to them for the next year or 2 or 3 even. Tesla could. Let's take a look at the expected move. Within 50 days, Tesla could be down below 600. Things get really ugly. This could change. It could even get worse, right? It could definitely get worse. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. But ultimately, Tesla will stand the test. The Tesla could also be $1,200 by closing bell today, right? Just one news story. Full self-driving is going to, eventually full self-driving is going to come out, and that's when the hammer is really going to fall. They got other things, battery storage, solar, robo-taxis with the full self-driving, the insurance. I mean, this is just going to be one of the best sure bets on the board. There's other ones I like too, like Amazon, sure bet, Facebook. But if there's a huge market pullback, these could get hammered really hard, but not as hard as, say, your penny stocks and your crap like Workhorse and Ride and your SPACs, man. I would tend to recommend that you avoid the SPACs. I think the SPACs are going to turn into a plague. There's going to be a lot of them this year. There's going to be a lot of up and down momentum. A lot of people are going to get their face ripped off. Most of them are going to fail. That's my opinion. So be very careful with that. As you all know, right now, this channel has moved heavy into crypto. This is where we think the opportunity is. This is where I'm putting most of my money. Let's see, Mara up $3. Let's go, baby. Let's head over. I don't have any Riot over here. Well, that's a problem. That's a problem we need to solve. All right, let's see what's going on in Riot. 22 days out. No, let's go to the magic 30 to 60 days out. Let's see. Oh my goodness, look at the premium. Let's see, 35. We're gonna go down to the 35. This is 74% chance of being 50% profitable. We're gonna try to get the mid price. Let's see if that fills. I'm gonna get $6, roughly $6, $600 credit for this. What that means is this is a naked put. If Riot were to go to 0, I could lose $3,500 because it's 35 times 100 shares minus the credit received. So roughly $2,900 is my max loss. I don't start losing money unless Riot falls below $29. Very, very, very high probability. Unlike if I were to buy Riot, it's a 50-50 shot. In my mind, it's more like a 99% chance Riot's going to ultimately go up. Because we all know, Bitcoin's going to the moon, boys and girls. And what does Riot do? They mine Bitcoin. Anyway, enough talk. Man, that filled fast. Wow, did that fill fast. Yeah, so I have the same rule though with penny stock BTC miners. There's some out there that like I would be. There's some penny stocks out there I've wanted to buy, like Planet 13. I don't remember any of the penny stock BTC miners, but there's been a few. I know one's really popular, that there is some rumors that they might be a scam. I have no idea. I have a hard and fast rule, and I've come close to breaking it recently, but I'm not no on penny stocks. And when look, I'm a bit more old school, so I know penny stocks is technically anything below, I don't know, $5 or $1. I don't know, right? But when I say penny stocks, what I really mean is over-the-counter pink sheets. If it's not listed on the NASDAQ and it's not listed on the NYSE, I absolutely don't touch it. And even stocks that are listed on, like, say, the NASDAQ, and they're really, really low price, like this NNDM is typically about as low as I'm comfortable getting at the $11. Very, very, very small cap range. I do like it because of their technology, what they're doing. I've actually like looked into it. I've done some due diligence. Again, I'm an engineer, so I'm very well versed in printers. But their printers, printing, I even went to college. My first year and a half was as an electrical engineer, and I decided I didn't like this. Actually, second order differential calculus decided that I didn't like this. Man, I don't know if it was a teacher or what, but I was just like, man, I need to go back to doing something easy, I guess. I think it worked out. I don't think I would have enjoyed being an electrical engineer, to be honest. But the fact that they can print these chips, or not necessarily chips, but these boards, it's really amazing stuff. And there's a lot of opportunity there. Like real printers, they make the money off the ink or the cartridges or the toner or whatever the hell they call it. And again, betting on the man. They got a really smart, intelligent man, running the show. So I think there's a lot of opportunity over there. Saint Gang Gang says, don't buy SOS. I don't even know what that is. Way too shady. Not one picture of miners are set up, and they don't even say which miners they got. That Kevin O'Leary video was a paid video. Kevin does not know anything. Yeah, man, Kevin O'Leary, I don't necessarily agree that Kevin doesn't know anything. I mean, he's gotten to where he's at, but I don't pay him, I barely know who Kevin O'Leary is, to be honest. I've hardly watched any videos of his. I see him every now and then. He's Shark Tank, right? That's the Shark Tank guy. I've watched a few episodes of Shark Tank back in like 2008 or whenever it was super popular. Is that still a thing now? I somewhat agree that he's a much more old school when it comes to a lot of things going on right now. We're listening to people like Michael Saylor over here, Elon Musk, innovators, Charles Hoskinson. So I don't know what SOS is, though. That's a song by Rihanna, right? Oh, I like that song. I love me some Rihanna. All of the lights, baby. Tesla. What's Tesla going to do? Tesla's down 10. Kevin does that with anything paid. But yeah, no. I mean, dude's trying to get paid. I mean, I guess make money on what makes you money. I haven't heard him say, again, I haven't listened to him a lot. I've heard him say some intelligent things, and I've heard him say some not so intelligent things. So kind of like Mark Cuban, man. I've heard that guy say some extremely intelligent things. And then I've heard him say some things like, man, what's wrong with this guy? But Mark Cuban's one of those guys I'm kind of like really starting to like again, because he really seems to get the DeFi market, the NFT market, and the crypto market. All right, so we didn't do anything about Neo. Keep talking about that I have a problem over there, and I'm kind of trying to decide what I want to do. And I was thinking about just selling a really tight covered call and making a little bit more premium. Like I can get $350 for a 55 call. Problem is I probably won't get called out of it, and I'm kind of ready to cut bait on Neo for now. So let's just stop talking about it and do it. All right, so Neo's out of the IRA. What are we going to do about it, boys and girls? I don't know if I have this money right away to buy more stock with, but if I do, we got to do something with it. If I don't, we might have to wait a day or two. I forget how margin works in the IRA. So I've seriously considered, and I'm trying to keep myself grounded because there is an IRA out there. I forget the name of it, like something capital I capital or something. I could find it. But they allow trading some cryptocurrencies in your portfolio, and Polkadot's one of them. And they're going to allow you to stake Polkadot over there come Q2. So that, and I love me some Tastyworks, man. It would be very painful for me to move even more money off Tastyworks, but I can't buy crypto. No, you can't buy crypto at all in your IRA over here. But I'm also refraining from doing that because again, then I'm like it's all in crypto, and if crypto crashes, I mean, this is at least somewhat, I feel somewhat safe that when I do eventually retire and I can start pulling money, say it's in 10 years or what have you, out of my IRA, that this Tesla will be a good 3 to 10x by then. No, I think it's possible. Tesla 7 trillion by 2030. Maybe that's a little, we'll have to see it. It's possible though, right? So I'm trying to stay grounded over here. That Neo, we got rid of that Neo. So you know what I would want to do with it? What do I buy, boys and girls? I just said I don't want to go too heavy in crypto, but I'm gonna buy Mara and Riot with it. So Mara, I like Riot more, to be honest. And Riot's down quite a bit for some recent all-time highs. And I think Bitcoin, it's just a matter of time before that thing, let's take a look. Because we discussed this yesterday. What's going to happen in Bitcoin? I thought there was a really good chance that it could continue to spiral down and then start rocketing back up. It still looks like it's a little bit of consolidation, but it's starting to move. It's not really breaking out though, so it's hard to say. It's still kind of just sitting in this channel right here. If it starts pressing above this trend line, like today, if it gets above, say, 51.5, 52,000, then we could really start seeing the pump. So I believe Michael Saylor is already bought the 1 billion Bitcoin, right? Or whatever that was. I think that was announced. I think that has been done. I don't know if that has anything to do with a lot of the inflows we've seen going into the exchanges and what have you. Maybe some of that's probably been some of the well manipulation, a lot of speculation. Unsure. HUTMF and ARBKF are legit miners that play. That's awesome. I think our ARBKF is the one that was on my radar, and it was fairly cheap, and I did kind of like it. But homie don't do the OTC. So that's awesome. If they get on the NASDAQ, we might have to spread some of our Riot Mara money over there. Tesla can hit 2 trillion with cars, batteries, solar energy storage, only go higher. Yeah, man, Tesla is Tesla's going to be a monster. You still hear people talking about it all the time, like Tesla's worth more than Toyota for blah 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 blah. I'm just like, man, they just don't get it. It's just like they don't get Bitcoin, they don't get DeFi, they just don't get it. Tesla is not a car company. They are a tech company that sells cars, right? Robo-taxis is going to be trillions. Right now, I think the stats are, so the full self-driving package is like a $10,000 add-on. And people just don't see the future with this. And they currently have like a 30% rate of selling that. Plus they're getting into Bitcoin, boys and girls. Those are two of my biggest loves right there. But let's forget about the Bitcoin. So they currently have like a 30% success rate on selling a piece of software that's $10,000, and they sold what, like 500,000 cars? Do the math on that, boys and girls. That's a lot of freaking money. And that percentage, as full self-driving, they're probably going to be the one that gets releases full self-driving first. And even at 99.9%, I mean, that's way better than what humans can do when it comes to being able to drive. Just think about, like, there's going to be a time, maybe not in my lifetime, but there's going to be a time in the very near future where people are going to look back and say, man, I can't believe people actually drove their cars. That's crazy. Just like they're going to say, I can't believe people actually put paper money in their pockets. That's freaking insane, right? Like, what were these troglodytes thinking? Right? And I get it. I'm old school too. I love getting behind the wheel, getting a little 5-shift going, boom, 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 boom. But you know, I'm also at the point where, like, I'm okay with getting in my nice little car, my nice little van, my nice little whatever, taking naps, reading the news, trading markets, or, you know, just checking out the scenery and not worrying about it, right? That just sounds amazing to me, right? So the robo-taxi and the full self-driving, trillions upon trillions by itself. The battery storage and the solar, trillions by itself. Battery storage, a lot of people don't realize how amazing battery storage is going to be for our future. It is going to be amazing. You tie that in with solar, that's wasted energy. Without it, wasted energy. We capture all this energy and it's wasted, right? Battery storage, efficiency of our energy. And Elon's doing many great things that are going to change the world, including the Boring Company. I think that's amazing. I really think the Neuralink is definitely going to be could potentially be one of the biggest breakthroughs for humanity. So yeah, man, go Elon. You're a little tough to listen to when you talk. I know I'm not perfect too, but keep on trucking, brother. YouTube empire building to see HUTMF mining facility in Alberta. So I'll have to check that out. I'll put that on my radar and check it out. Actually, let me pull it up in my tab right now before I forget. Because then I won't do it, and then I'll be a liar. And one thing I can't stand being is non-truthful. All right, so HUTMF empire building YouTube. I'm gonna check this out later. I don't know, what am I looking for? Is it time to buy? Yeah, I'm gonna buy some Mara stock right now. I don't know why I'm doing this the hard way. Is this it right here? Is hut mining? Empire building. YouTube, maybe I'll just search what you told me to search instead of being stupid. Is this exclusive hut mining farm? Is this what I need to, oh, here we go. Oh, it's a channel. All right, it's a channel. Yeah, I'll check him out. I don't know that I've seen this guy before. I like his style though. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check this guy out. There was another miner I was watching for a while. I'll check this guy out later. Let's see what's going on in the markets. Let's do something over here in my IRA before I forget. So let's see how things are going. Tesla going back down the other direction. That's going to hurt my bullish put spreads. Only 22 days to go on those, boys and girls. You're going to need a big swing back or I'm going to lose some money. This down movement in the market's hurting these bullish put spreads I'm in. Riot struggling. It's only at 40 cents. That's good. Let's see what Bitcoin's doing. Why is Mara and Riot struggling? Oh, Bitcoin's starting to fall back. So I'm tempted to buy, so I'm going to buy some Riot Mara over in the IRA. We're going to add to the Riot Mara bag. I'm going to see what happens with this shakeout. Probably going to wait though, because we got options and futures, I believe, expiring this week in cryptocurrency, and that's a big reason why we've seen a lot of volatility over there. I know you're not supposed to try and time the market, but you know, I probably should just buy it now. You know what? Nah, we're gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I want to see how things go. Maybe we start getting another. I mean, overall, everything's holding pretty good, even with all the volatility. Cardano. Let's go to Cardano because that one has just held strong throughout. It's at $1.07. One of my biggest regrets in life is not going all in Cardano. I mean, ooh, Cardano, look at this. Cardano has been good to me. It's been good to us. Anyone that's been in Cardano, I think Cardano's $2 guaranteed, $3 guaranteed this year, if not much, much more. As I mentioned earlier in the thread, I got over 100,000 Cardano. It is potentially possible for me to hit that milestone of $1 million just in Cardano. Just in Cardano. Well, it's also possible that I'm broken and on the freeway. So you got to keep grounded, boys and girls. And again, this is not a hype channel, but the crypto market's holding pretty strong. It's tending to look like it wants to go up. If there's any type of people out there putting in sell pressure, I'm unsure. Seems to continue to be holding up. It's probably, now I'm beginning to think it's either going to consolidate and go up. We might get one last flush, and then I think we're back off to the moon. Anyway, that's what I think. I am going to buy some more Polkadot this week. I kind of want Ethereum to go up and Polkadot to continue to lag. There's a lot of good news that's going to continue to come out with Polkadot. I do want to increase my Polkadot bag. Man, I know. So here's the problem with Ethereum. Ethereum's just really been lagging this whole market. It's even like right now, look, it's even kind of below this very long-term, slow, steady trend line. And compared to other ones, when you look at Bitcoin, actually it's about the same. Bitcoin's a very long, well, here's a really long-term trend line on Bitcoin. And this is where the danger zone hits. If it gets below this 50 or what, this is the 50, this very long-term trend line. And I said this is in play, and it still is. I'm beginning to think it's less likely, but if we get one other hard hammer down, it seems to be respecting the 20-day, which is good. It's kind of wick below it and bounce, kind of touch down again on it and bounce. So it seems to be respecting this. And it looks like it does want to get back above this trend line. This one right here is a pretty big line in the sand probably, but still, I mean, that's potential. That's like a 30, right around your good 30% dips that we see in the market. It starts flushing down below this trend line as time goes on. That will make me nervous. And then this one is really like the 200. Like if it were to break below 26,000, then it would really get ugly. I really don't think that's going to happen. So let's go Bitcoin. I think the bull market's still on. I think it's still on. I've mentioned numerous times, I think I'm more of a super cycle kind of guy. There's just so much liquidity coming in. I think this is going to be a very long-term bull market in cryptocurrency, but you are, and I've said numerous times, you are going to have to be able to continuously stomach these big, fast, like this one was fast and violent. 2 days. 2 days of violence. Violence in the street, boys and girls. What was that? And it might not, like I said, it might not be over, right? So it currently hit about a 23% correction in 2 days. And actually, in 1 day, it did a lot of that and worked hard. And we don't even want it like this. Is this the Kraken one? No, you have to look at the Krakens, right? Because Kraken got hit hard during that. The ADA dipped down below 20%. The DOT went down below, like, are you kidding me? Like, I need to get some limit orders in over at Kraken for the next time this happens. Something tells me they probably wouldn't have gotten filled though. And then Ethereum crashed below 700 on Kraken. So you've got to be able to stomach this. Hopefully, if you got in at the tops, if you got in at Bitcoin when it was 58,000, if you just started getting in at Ethereum when it was 2,000, even your Cardano's up. If you FOMO'd in at $1.20, your Polkadot, you FOMO'd in at $42. And then these crashes happen like 2 days later. Like hopefully you didn't have limit orders in. Hopefully you have diamond hands. That's what you've got to be able to do when it comes into cryptocurrency. And if you can truly stomach those volatile moves, I think there is a lot of money to be made for you. Tell me everything you know about what is being built right now on Ethereum, but for Polkadot. Reef is going to be they have some NFTs and stuff like that, I think gaming related. There's Chain X that I'm really excited about, that's really hard to buy. Let's take a look. That's a great question. There's Polka Starter that I mentioned several times that I said I wanted to buy, and I was wanting to buy that at like $2. And look, it's actually had recent highs of over 6, I think. 5, 6, 518. I was wanting to buy this. Man, I don't even want to look. It's just going to be but you know, I'm trying to stay grounded when it comes to a lot of these small cap cryptos too, because it's like penny stocks, and you know, you had it happen to you, you can get your face ripped off. And that's why I do keep my percentages low in them. But Polka Starter's one I like. Reef is one I have some money in. So Polka Starter is really cool. It's kind of like a GoFundMe for Polkadot projects. There's Reef, which I'm in, and there's some others that I've heard of recently that are really interesting. I kind of don't remember. Let's see if they have free. No, I like free, but that's not what I'm talking. I'm talking about the Reefer, son. So I have checked this out. Everything I've seen in it I've liked, but very small. You know, only a few $100s in this one. It's Polkadot ecosystem. Let's take a look at that. Kusama, Ocean is NFTs. I kind of like what they're doing over there. I think that might be a good one. I've heard very good things about Ren. I think they're just doing like a bridge to Polkadot. Let's see if that Chain X is getting. Man, that one's pumped. I was trying to buy this last week, but it was too much of a pain in the ass. Like it's almost impossible in the United States. You had to buy it on some weird ass exchange, and I looked into it and I just kind of gave up. But man, this thing was, maybe it hasn't pumped as much as I thought, but I thought it was way cheaper last week. No, it's still, yeah, I was looking at it back when it was $6. And then it pumped all the way up to 16, back down to 8. This one's kind of volatile. It's currently at 1123. This is a really cool one. They're doing some stuff with like an airdrop. And there's a channel out there. I can't remember his name. He's big into the Polkadot ecosystem. Let's see if I can find that for you, because I haven't watched as much as that YouTube as I'd like to. This dude really knows his stuff. Maybe he's already on your radar. Okay, let's try Chain X. Time to move on from Workhorse. Who's that sexy guy? Chain X, is this it? Chain X. Chain X. Yeah, I think it's this guy. Yeah, Crypto's Chain. This guy does, like, this guy is hardcore Polkadot. Check him out. He talks a lot about a lot of stuff. He's the one, he was on some channel, I forget, maybe BitBoy even. I don't think it was BitBoy. I don't remember. Maybe it was BitBoy. But that's why I ran across this guy. He definitely knows his Polkadot stuff, so he's one to check out. And again, I got an upcoming video title. I can't stop buying Polkadot. Just get ready for that one, because I'm going to buy some more Polkadot. The only thing that has stopped me is I bought the Ethereum on Binance because it's the best fees. But I can't transfer it off yet. I'm transferring it over to Kraken. I'm buying more Polkadot. And the first thing I'm doing after that is I'm adding it to my 12% stake pool. I'm jealous of anyone out there that has Binance.us and is getting 18%, I believe. Man, I want some 18%. I've even considered, so like I've mentioned, I've got a bunch of cash on the sidelines for real estate, but I've even considered like moving that into Celsius or BlockFi. And so I think Celsius is, yeah, Celsius, you can earn 12.5% interest on a US peg dollar stablecoin. I just don't want to get tied in any liquidity issues. And if I buy a house with it, I got to prove where the money came from. So that's going to be a bit of an extra headache. But I mean, 12.5% on the US dollar, man, are you kidding me? BlockFi is where I'm earning all my interest on in Ethereum and Bitcoin. You earn 8.7% interest over there on your cash. I feel a little bit safer in BlockFi, but BlockFi is definitely a lot less liquid. You're only allowed to sell once per month without paying fees. And I don't know like how quickly you transfer off BlockFi, you'll get it back in your bank account. I really don't know that with Celsius either. I might look into those. I still might do that because right now the cash is just sitting in my bank account and it ain't doing nothing but losing purchasing power. So I don't really think I'm going to be like buying a house tomorrow. It's probably just going to be sometime this year. And maybe, you know, maybe I don't. Maybe I time it. Maybe the housing market crashes and good for me. And then maybe it's a good thing I didn't buy a house right now and like pick up something really cheap. Or maybe it just continues to boom and I miss out. Just like the stock market, you never know. Try not to time it unless you really, I don't know, is there technical analysis for real estate? I mean, I don't believe in it that much when it comes to stocks and such, but maybe. Kusama is dots little, yeah, Kusama is huge, man. So Kusama is the same thing. Gonna allow everyone into the dot. Yeah, it's kind of, they call it kind of the test bed. Though I think it's going to just actually just mature in its own network because there's only so many parachains available on the dot. And I do believe those are gonna all get filled up. They're probably, I don't know how much these parachains cost, but the rumors are they could be like tens of millions in the future, right? Just to be able to get one of these parachain slots. And I really actually kind of like that whole mindset, man. It's going to be like, it's going to drive the price of Polkadot up a lot because you're going to get like your blue chip parachains that are could potentially be massive big companies, massive big opportunities, massive big projects. And then there's still going to be Kusama that's going to succeed. And maybe it's like not your massive projects that can afford a parachain on Polkadot. So I think Kusama is eventually going to mature into its very own big ecosystem, brother and sister. And just like Polkadot, you can earn 12% on Kraken. I don't know if they have Kusama on Binance earning 18% or whatever it is on Binance, but I love both projects. I don't have any Kusama. You know, I have a bit of OCD. Kusama is expensive. I know it's about the market cap, not the price of the token. And some YouTuber or some tweet recently just really grinding my gears because they were talking 2 minutes. So if you guys don't get this, it doesn't matter that Cardano is $1, right? I mean, it does, but it's its market cap and its supply, right? Cardano, there's 32 billion Cardano. I mean, I don't think that's how much is circulating yet, but the max supply where Bitcoin is 18.5 million, right? The difference between 18.5 million and 32 billion is massive. I think Polkadot's $1 billion. So it's around 1/32 of the size. So it's the price of your Polkadot, the price of your Cardano times the available supply. So $1 times 32 billion gives it a $32 billion market cap. For Cardano, say it's $100 and 1 billion. So right now it's $35 and 1 billion supply, which gives it a 35-ish billion market cap, right? So too many people have this mindset, oh, Cardano could easily go to $9. Oh man, that's cheap. $9 is cheap. It could easily go to $20, $30, $50, $100. Man, do you realize how much capital has to come in to make that happen? What is it? Cardano, $3.33 Cardano makes it $1 trillion market cap. Is that right? Is my math right on that? I mean, Ethereum right now is only like a 200 and some billion dollar market cap. So Ethereum has to be around, I'm going to say like 6,000. Check my math on this. I'm just kind of going off the top of my head what the numbers are. Do I think Cardano can go to $30 plus? I absolutely do. I think $30 puts it at close to $1 trillion market cap. I think Cardano, I think Polkadot are all very capable of being trillion and multi-trillion dollar market caps. We are very, very, very early in this cycle. As I've mentioned numerous times on the thread, use things like True Bill, Personal Capital. There's other ones out there. Mint. Get your bank. I know some people don't like that, but just see where your expenses are. Start cutting expenses. And maybe you're a stock person. Maybe you don't want the crypto. Right now, I'm heavy into crypto. I'm cutting every expense I want. I really want a PlayStation 5. To be quite honest, if I could buy one, I'd probably still buy it. But it's a good thing I can't, because instead of putting my money on PlayStation, I want an Oculus. But if I were to go out and spend $300 or $400 on an Oculus, then I'm going to start spending money on games. Right now, I'd much rather put that in Polkadot and Cardano. $500 of Cardano right now could be worth tens of thousands of dollars in the next 3 to 5 years, right? But eventually, you got to enjoy your money. So I don't know where you are in your journeys of your life. If you're in the golden years, if you're a boomer like me, hopefully you're a nice young hopper. Hopefully you're a nice young hopper and you're just starting to learn about this. Man, if you're 18, we got one kid out there that joins the channel a lot. I know he's a youngin'. Already doing some very smart things in investing. If you're out there, you're young, just watch your expenses. I wish I had this opportunity as a kid. I really didn't, right? I mean, in order to buy stocks, I had to like rotary dial, have a stockbroker on the phone. It was a much different time back then. Now it's a video game. Yeah, I like that. Swipe, done, right? So there's good and bad to that. But if you do it smart, you dollar cost average in, you buy smart things like Teslas and Apples and Facebooks. You can throw a little bit of speculative money let's get back to Workhorse. One of the things that made me doubt my conviction on Workhorse being a piece of garbage is the fact, and I say I always bet on the man. The reason I'm not betting on like your Lordstown RIDE is I think that guy's the CEO over there does not impress me at all, right? So the one thing that made me doubt my conviction on Workhorse being garbage is the fact that ARK is buying it. But now that I reflect upon that, I'm like, yeah, man, it was a gamble. They knew it was a gamble. And that's probably the one reason Workhorse is still at $15 is because I believe ARK-Q still has money in it. But if they dump that, dude, that thing's going back to $1 fast. I'll tell you that right now. But it was like 1.5%, 2% of their portfolio. It doesn't matter how many hundreds of thousands and millions of shares they had. I mean, think about it. A $330,000 portfolio we're looking at right now in cryptocurrency. If I were to have 2% in something, what would that be? $6,000? If I were to lose that, it would suck, but it wouldn't be that bad, right? So I do have some gambles like that on VeChain, but even that, like me, so Polkadot, I love Polkadot, and that's only 9%, right? I do actually want to get that up, but to say I were to have 2% in something, like I would love to get my stake in Theta up to like 2%, right? I'd be okay with that failing. It would suck, but just like ARK, they're going to take some calculated gambles, and I respect the gamble on Workhorse. If Workhorse would have gotten the USPS contract, it could have been very rewarding for them. The difference between the average investor and ARK, though, is their cost basis was probably a lot less than most average retail. They were probably buying that thing at like, I don't know, $1, $2 and on up. So anyway, enough about that. Let's wrap this up. I do have some training. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait. cannot wait to do more training today, boys and girls. Anyway, let's see what's happening in the stock market. Let's see what's happening in Bitcoin, because I never bought Mara and Riot. Do I just want to go ahead and rip that band-aid off? Bitcoin's looking kind of strong, so let's see what we can do. So Mara's getting some new miners on Monday. Watched a funny video of teenagers in a room with a rotary dial phone. They were told that they are trapped in a room. Oh my goodness, that has to be a joke. They're teenagers. Like, I mean, I guess it's true. Right, dude, back in my day, growing up in, you got me off the rails, SGG. So back in Kansas, I grew up in Kansas on a farm. We had rotary dial phones, and it was public lines, right? You could pick up the phone and there might be someone else already on it, like your neighbor, like on the phone, all right? It's crazy. Crazy. And then the push button, man, that was some technology right there. Man, woo. All right, so Mara's looking pretty strong, right? Let's just go ahead and do it. I don't know if I have the money. So let's try, we're just gonna try 30, maybe 30 more shares, add to the Mara, add to the miner bag. How much money did I get? So about 5,000. No, we can go heavier. We can go heavier, boys and girls. Let's go. Well, how many do I have? Maybe we get our bag to 200. Let's go to 75. We're gonna do 75. Keep the dream alive. Boom, 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 boom. We just bought more Mara. All because they got some nice miners coming online. I don't know how much I got left to buy Riot. I probably can't. I already know I can't buy 70 shares, get myself to 200. That is going to be devastating to me. My OCD says, Tom, you must have an even number, but we just can't do it. I don't know how much I can buy. Let's try 50. No, I know 50 is not going to work. So 30, 20, maybe 35. 18. Let's go back. Let's try 40. 21. I wish easy way to tell me how much I had. How much do I have? 130, and I'm buying 40. Whatever. I'll deal with it tomorrow. If I have cash left over, we maybe can buy some tomorrow. All right, baby, let's make that IRA. Zoom, zoom, zoom. I'm gonna wrap this up. Where are we at on the NASDAQ? The NASDAQ, we never talked about the volatility. Shame for shame. So the NASDAQ's up, back down 107. The volatility. The volatility is only up about a third of a point. That's not big. It's actually below 25. So that actually means we might, that's actually not too bad. The E-mini's down 14, not too bad. What's gold doing? What is gold doing? It's only up like 0.019. That is nothing. Oh no, I was looking at natural gas. All right, so gold's down 21 points. That's a pretty big move. What's silver doing? Silver's basically flat. Anything else? Crude oil? We don't care about crude oil. What's HG? I forget. Is that like what is HG? Mini crude? I don't remember. Copper. What's copper? We don't care about copper. I'll wrap up the actually, so Tesla's down 15. Anything else of interest? I got to see how Workhorse is doing. How's that? I don't know how Workhorse is holding above 15, to be honest. What is our, one of the bad calls I've had on the channel is Golden Nugget. How's the Golden Nugs doing? I bet it's not doing too good. And I got that one wrong. I still think, I don't think Golden Nugget's a good buy, but I do think long term it could be a monster. Let's see how another one I do like over there though is DraftKings and Penn. How they doing? DraftKings still looking strong. Penn, how's the Penn doing? What's that, Portney or whatever? GameStop, man, what the F is going on in GameStop? Let's check. How have we not checked GameStop? Up another $41. Oh, I think a lot of that is carryover from yesterday though, and after hours. Crazy. I don't understand. Like, I do not understand that at all, to be honest. All right, so that's the market. Copper is definitely a buy. Need for solar and EV stuff, I think. No, yeah, there's definitely uses for precious metals. I'm just looking at the futures. $4.28. Chart. Oh yeah, the chart on this is to the moon. It's been going up. It was not too long ago. February 4th, this thing was 350. So I would be more inclined to short it right now after that move, but you don't get in front of freight trains, boys and girls. So that's the stock market. Let's take a quick recap. Bitcoin still kind of hanging around, kind of butting up against this resistance level again. 52,000, 50,000 is obviously a big level too. I think 52,000 is a little bit more important than that magic number of 50 myself. Ethereum, just disappointing. Come on, Ethereum. We need to have. When's the last time you had a big breakout? It's been since like January 3rd, man. That's a long time ago. And actually, we've had a decent little pump back on beginning of February too. Respect the dump. It looks like they drank some coffee, had a big fat dump. Let's spiral back up into the stratosphere. This is the one. Oh my goodness, $1.12, boys and girls. Hell yeah, let's go. Excitement. This is amazing. What is going on in the Cardano universe right now? Let's go, baby. Let's go to the moon. We got the Goguen mainnet. The Goguen mainnet is probably what is fueling this rally. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 days away. This thing could push to $2, boys and girls. You know what? I might buy. You know how I started off this stream saying I'm done buying? I've got my cash on the sidelines. I'm done buying cryptocurrency. I lied. I'm disgusted with myself. Excuse me while I go take a shame shower, because I'm probably FOMOing into $5,000 more Cardano tonight at around 5:15 PST when I'm allowed to buy more Cardano on Binance. I do think this one is going to moon over the next week. I think this could see. Look, I don't know how many times I gotta tell you, stop listening to YouTubers and their price targets and predictions, but I do think this is $1.50. All-time highs is like $1.38. I think that's a guaranteed. I think $1.50 is on the table. I think $2 on the table. Even though I just went into that tirade about 10 minutes ago about how much money has to flow in the Cardano to move it $1, right? Like $32 billion has to move into Cardano just to move it from $1 to $2. I think it could happen. One of the things kind of holding Cardano back is it's kind of hard to buy. I did touch on that a couple days ago. I did show a video of how to do it. Binance is like a 15, like if you were to, Binance is the best place to buy it. Excuse me, but if you were to open a Binance account today, it's going to take you 15 plus days before you can even start buying it. And then you're going to be limited to $5,000 a day. There's other ways to do it in the video. You already have a Coinbase account. You can go heavy. You can go as much as $25,000 by like $25,000 Ethereum. I think you are forced to hold it on the Coinbase for a few days, like 5 days or etc., before you can move it over to Kraken. 5 days is still a hell of a lot better than 15 days. So I think in 5 days, Cardano is already going to be mooned. If you already have Ethereum available to transport or Bitcoin, you can get a Kraken account open in under an hour. KYC checks, transfer your Bitcoin and your Ethereum over there and use that to buy Cardano. Yeah, you can buy Cardano over there. I've done it. And then you can eventually get it. So with the Cardano, then you can move it to your data list and start getting interest. Polkadot, you can buy Polkadot on Kraken too. We all love the Polkadot. There are some other ways out there. Voyager has them both, but again, it's the same. They have a wait list. Is my Voyager, like, because there is a Journey Crypto, if you use his, I did use his thing, and he said, if you use my promo code, you'll get off the wait list the next day. And so far, Journey, you're letting me down. I don't know what's going on. And then KuCoin has Cardano, I'm pretty sure too. KuCoin was kind of like more hassle than I cared for. So good luck with that if you already have KuCoin. But there are ways to get Cardano. All right, I am late for my training. I love you guys. See you tomorrow. Peace.